Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Molly. I'm the founder, owner, mostly only operator for Lacquer22, a small nail polish company. Today though, we're talking Diabla and Blend Bunny, and I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to dive in. I love Blend Bunny. I love eyeshadow. It should be a good time. I was planning on doing multiple looks today, but I have something to go to in a little bit, and so I'm only going to do one, and then I'll post on Instagram, TikTok, whatever other looks I end up doing with it. I'm stoked. The outside packaging, like, I've seen everybody talk about it being squishy. It's so much squishier than I could have imagined, and it's both sides that are squishy, which is like a new packaging for Blend Bunny. They did a fuzzy thing for the rotten one. You know, they're shiny and not shiny. They've done so many different like textures. There's a glitter one, I think, for Lure. It's just a really fun ad. I'm super excited to get into this. So let's do it. So this is the mirror. I don't like when palettes have shaped mirrors. So this one and then the Ellis Atlantis one I don't love. That one's bigger, so it's a little better for me. This one though, I'm not a huge fan of. But then these are the colors, and I'm so excited. I love that we have, we'll just call them berries here, and then the neutral two quads. This is arranged in quads. Not my favorite Blend Bunny style, but we'll make it work. And then we have a double pan black, double pan of white. Love that. really love that. I'm a fan of palettes having a black and a brown in them, just to kind of deepen things up a little bit, change the tone of them. This gray quad is going to be super duper fun to mute some of the other colors in the palette, so I'm really excited to play with that as well. I think I'm going to use the grays today in addition to others. We're going to find out. Let me prime my eyes and then we'll get into it. Okay, my eyes, I put concealer and primer, and then I set them. But before we zoom in and actually get started, I forgot to mention there is a restock coming for Lacquer22. When you see this, it'll be on Sunday. So the shades that are getting restocked, we have Peridot and then Lightning Bug. They both have this really beautiful sheen in them. And then we have Texas Sage, which is a beautiful sage cream. I love this color so much, especially paired with Meant to Be. Favorite combo. We have Refraction. This is a just like plain silver hollow. It's what I'm wearing on right now. And then we have Solar Flare, which is this beautiful like deep honey caramel brown hollow. Gorgeous. Hot Cocoa, which is like a deep neutral brown hollow. And then two Halloween hollows. We have Haunted, which is, this has been like, this is essentially a new shade. Like, it's been gone for so long. This is like a peachy, a warm neutral hollow. I love this so much. And then Poison Berry is a crowd favorite, a berry toned hollow. All of these again are restocking on Sunday. By the time you're seeing this, you're the first ones to know what the shades are that are being restocked. So go grab some if you're interested. Okay, and now we look like this to get started into the palette. Oh my god, you know what? I can't do that look anymore. It's pretty much what the cover art is. What I was gonna do is take Closer and Demon and kind of mix them to kind of bury it out, and then I was going to take Angel Bite, this blue, and have that be the inner corner and kind of like transition that into XOX and White Hot, and go from like purple, blue, white. But that's pretty much what the inner corner is, and I'm only just now realizing it because I'm only just now looking at the cover so deeply. So let's think. Okay, I'm gonna try something, so fingers crossed it works. I'm a huge fan of mixing the grays into tones, but I'm gonna try to mix the brown in, and I don't always do that. So fingers crossed, because I really don't want to start over before my class tonight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to mix Sin, which is the deeper red, and Sagrada, which is the dark brown over here, and kind of try to make a bricky red, because I'm a fan of brick reds, not a huge fan of red reds. So we're gonna see what we can do. And yeah, this heart-shaped mirror is not my favorite. Okay, so this is a little bit more berry than I was wanting. I was really hoping for bricky, but that's okay. It just matches my shirt a little bit too much for what I was wanting, but we'll live. But now we kind of have to pivot a little bit with what I was originally going to do for the eye look, I think. I'm going to blend out those edges first. I usually don't do that this early, but it's kind of bothering me. If you have hooded eyes, always try to look eye level once you get to your crease, just so you can make sure the eyeshadow is being shown at a level that you want it to be shown. If I keep going down here, I can't tell how much, like from this angle, I can't tell how much is going to be visible when I open my eyes like this. Just a little tip of the day. I usually like a decent amount shown. I know some people do a lot more, a lot less. Kind of just depends on your makeup style. This is about what I like. I'm still going to blend it out again, but for starting. Okay, and I'm a little curious, kind of just because I'm upset the shade didn't work out for me very well in Rotten. There's a like kind of lilac-y tone in there. So I think I'm going to go in... Okay, I'm gonna go with my gut, my first thought. I'm gonna take Falling, which is this like mid-tone purple, and kind of mix it a little bit with White Hot and see if I can get a lavender to where I want it to be. And I'm gonna put that on the inner corner. And you know what? I'm gonna do that on the middle part. You know what? I'm gonna decide as I go. That feels like a better plan for me. This mirror, I do not like it. It's cute, it's aesthetic, but it is not as functional as I would like it to be. Okay, I'm a fan. I just did that all over the remaining part of my lid, and I think I like that quite a bit. I'm gonna go back in because it's now covered a bit of the red situation, and I'm gonna go back in to kind of re-establish the base, the bricky base that really just ended up being maroon. Which that is like no fault of the palette. That's a me. I should have like tested it on my hand or something, but it's fine. It's just makeup. We're here to have a good time. Okay, so I've gone back in to kind of reestablish that tone. This mirror also, by the way, I know I keep dogging on it. I don't like the shape of it. I don't feel like it's a very high quality mirror. It feels a little funhousey to me. It doesn't feel quite accurate. This is a $5 mirror I got off of Amazon that used to have a handle, and then I've dropped it a few times and it's broken, but I feel like it's still better quality than what's in here, and that makes me really upset because I really do like Blend Bunny. So I'm sure there's like some kind of reason for it, but I am just not loving it. And also, like, this is in my everyday drawer, so not a problem, just a little annoying. I think I'm gonna go in with, I don't want to mess with it too much. Also, the blend in between the purple and the brick is not like, it's not perfect. It doesn't need to be. We're gonna put so many shimmers on, like 2. But it doesn't need to be perfect. It's gonna be hidden, so whatever. I'm I'm gonna take the shade Kiss right here and try to kind of brighten up what is blended out, if that makes sense. And we're just gonna kind of see what happens. Hopefully nothing bad. And I'm gonna take that on the brush I was using to blend, just so it's a little bit more diffused, because I don't want this to turn pink. I just want to brighten it a little bit. This is kind of doing exactly what I wanted and not what I wanted at the same time. I wanted it to be a little brighter, just said that, obviously. I didn't really want to take away from the brick. So you know what, I'm just gonna go in again with the red and brown. I'm just gonna see. My camera cut off and I didn't notice, but I'm gonna do the rest of my face and then come back. Okay, the rest of the face is done for the most part. I have the Colourpop Wildcats blush on. I used Colourpop Oh Snap lip liner. And then I just took that small brush that I did to put the brick color on, just kind of swiped it underneath my eyes, and then I used Colourpop Piggy Bank and Crybaby eyeliners and kind of did like an ombre situation, a very low effort ombre situation. But I remembered that I said this forever ago when my Diabla palette came in. I was gonna try the Cloud Whip from Colourpop. Did not realize how much Colourpop I'm using. That's fine. I got the shade Floating on Air. Let's see if I can open it or not. I did. Very ugly. That's okay. So this is, I did swatch it in store. This is like a muted cool tone pink kind of shade. What is it? Floating on Air. It feels more silicone-y, but this is essentially, it has to be, essentially their ultra blotted lip. Is that what it was called? Feels good so far. I'm gonna keep talking and then we'll see if it feels a little too dry at the end. So, okay, this is the finished look. I really like it. I think I could have done a few things a little differently and like it even more, but that's nothing against the palette. That's me and my like shade choices that I chose. Part of my like being more intentional about buying makeup thing, I really love palettes. So if I'm not able to think of a few different like color combinations, you know, before buying it, then I really don't need to. So this was one, the red with the purple. I want to do a grayed out purple with the blue inside, but that's again essentially just the cover. I want to do a neutral with like this pastel blue or pink on the inner corner. I'm trying to think, I'm pretty sure there were other ones. I think even doing the like gray with a pink inner corner would be fun. Long story short, I was able to come up with a few different looks that I want to do. So whenever I do more, they'll be on my Instagram and my TikTok that is linked below. I again really like that there's a black and a brown in the palette. I think that's really nice and versatile and kind of helps you. It makes the shades that you have now double or triple those options, just because you can mix in the black or brown or gray even to get a different tone. And I really like that. I enjoy doing that with Sugar and Grunge, I think is the Blend Bunny palette that has the gray in it. I really like that we have like a whole berry situation with neutrals. I just like the combo. This is a very thick palette. Let me grab a different Blend Bunny palette and I'll show you. Okay, so this is Rotten. Like, look at the, it's just so much thicker. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love that. The squishy is very fun. I do appreciate that. I just hope it doesn't get like stuck on any of the other palettes. So far, really enjoyed it. I feel like everything blended out really well. I think everything mixed together really well. The shimmers were pretty. I just think I chose wrong, which, I mean, that happens. That's why we like to try different makeup, right? We like to have fun with it. I'm probably gonna do a more neutral look next, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. But I really liked this. If you're on the fence about it, definitely think about what other color combos you could do. I would recommend it. If you can justify it, go ahead and do it. I don't think you'll be upset. One more thing, this does say it's a palette for the face, which means there's gonna be however many shades in here that are not eye safe. If that's something that bothers you, skip it. I don't like that that's even a thing. I don't trust that it's that big of a deal. Staining to me does not matter because I'm going to cover it up the next day anyway. But if that bothers you, maybe just don't get this one. That's all I have for you today. Make sure you go check out the Lacquer 22 restock coming up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.